Hey Froggy friends, Kirostyle here, welcome back to Paranormasight, the Mermaid's Curse. Thank you so much for joining me here on stream, welcome in. Sai, congratulations on being first. Aru, hello, hello. And CB, welcome in. And Ash and Gora. Hope you guys are all doing well today. This is our fourth stream of this game, and apparently the first game and this game are similar in length. So that means that we should be getting closer to the end. Now, I don't think we're going to finish today. I mean, I think if I do like a 6-hour stream, I could probably finish from here, but I do not plan to do that. So I think today will be leading up towards the ending, and then tomorrow we'll actually be finishing the game. Now, all our characters have finally arrived on Kamishima, because Yumiko and Arnav's stories take place before that. And Yuza has finally kind of awakened to the fact that he needs to avert this disaster. Meanwhile, Arnav seems to have removed the curse stone from Kikuko. Now, it's kind of strange because I think if we're going by time, I'm pretty sure I'm somewhere around 70% finished the game. But narratively, it feels like I'm like only like 40%, just because, like I said, a lot of our characters had only just arrived on the island. Pacing-wise, I just feel like it's kind of strange. Because in the first game, we had like Shogo's arc, and then afterwards we have the three protagonists and their first night. And then once the night ends, then we move on to the daytime for the three protagonists. And it felt like after we did Shogo's part and the first night, like that was kind of like, oh, okay, now we're like done the beginning of the game, we're moving into the middle of the game. But in this game, in my head, I feel like them arriving at Kamishima is the quote-unquote beginning of the game, but that's not really the case. I guess what I'm trying to say is the arcs in this game are not as clearly defined, and because there was just so much like preamble and groundwork for the mythology and the setup when we had to go back and play Yumiko and Arnav stories, I feel like the pacing is not really personally my preference, but that's just me. I'm also kind of curious if there's going to be another diving section, just because this is the only one, and I doubt that if the game... I mean, there's probably some achievement in this game for getting your diving level up high enough, but if there's only like the beginning diving area to do that, that must be quite arduous and boring, but I guess that's not really the meat and potatoes of the game, but I assume that some people would enjoy doing that a little bit as like a cozy thing, but... Anyways, we left off last time here, where Arnav and Cersei had a standoff with Kikuko and got her curse stone. There were two versions of it, where one of them where she, where we curse Kikuko, and there's another version where we just subdue her. So we ended off with her just being subdued. Right afterwards, Yumiko arrives on the scene. So this is now a standoff between Yumiko and Arnav's groups. So I guess we'll see what happens there. Yumiko believes the key to dispelling the curse of the raging waves lies in the curse of the Forsaken Fish curse stone. She arrives in Kamishima to trace the steps of the two foreigners. So it's like, the two groups, if they choose to work together, could definitely accomplish a lot here, but because they're kind of in opposition with each other, we'll see how well they actually get along, or if they end up fighting a little bit more as we go. Oh, so they peacefully moved to the Torii area. I thought they would have a confrontation on the beach. I see. So you would be Mrs. Shiki, and you say you're a member of the police department currently looking after Cersei. My apologies for all the trouble young Cersei caused you the other day. She's quite the mischievous little lady, I'm afraid. Yeah, just blame her. Look, the way she's side-eyeing him, she's like, Arnav, this is all your fault. Oh, not at all. She certainly has some pluck for one so young. Took us quite by surprise, in fact. You would be Cersei's guardian, then? Oh no, we're related to be sure, but she's really more my guide come bodyguard, if anything. I see. Since when was I your bodyguard as well? I'm afraid that circumstances may dictate that we have to take Cersei back to Tokyo with us, though. Is that so? That would be quite the bother. Personally, I'd rather avoid having to do so as well. There's a case here that needs our urgent attention, you see. So I'd appreciate it if you cooperated without any fuss. That would depend on what you ask, I'm afraid. Okay, so they didn't immediately go into a confrontation. That's kind of unexpected but nice. Then again, the way the Paranormasight visual novels are done, right? They don't really do action sequences that well, so I think they try to avoid those. The best sequences are the ones where there's a nice, like, tense conversation standoff between characters. We currently stand in front of the torii at the top of the hill. The elevation gives us a beautiful view of both the town and the bay. People were starting to gather at the jetty, so we decided to move our conversation here. Soto's keeping a close eye on Avi and Cersei for me. It's thanks to his clear understanding of our respective roles I could focus fully on the conversation at hand. I think I already found a bird here earlier. Cersei is currently meant to be in the care of paranormal affairs, but has been shirking her training to travel around the country instead. She's very talented for one so young, and has a lot of guts too. I can't help but root for people like her. More than anything, I know how they feel. I like to leave her be if possible. This man, Avi, is apparently a fantasy writer, but he comes across as quite the shifty sort. I don't doubt he'll start trying to throw us off his trail the moment he senses danger. I'll have to watch my step around him. I think you're giving him too much credit. I don't think he's that... I mean, he is a little crafty, but I don't think he's that smart. He's lucky, if anything. Oh, well, thank you. See, her vision ability is good for finding the birds. I think they intentionally do that. Like, there's been 2 birds now during her story where they've hidden them, and we need the vision to see them better. Although, does that imply that these stickers are living non-humans? Tango in Turkey. We found a lot more this time around than before. There's a whole bunch of them on the seabed, it looks like. Actually, a lot of them on the seabed. That makes me wonder if there's, like, more than one fishing area. Soda, what do you make of these 2? I can sense an ominous spiritual energy lingering around them. It's all but certain they have curse stones. I see. We don't have time to play games, then. It seems a direct approach would be best here. Wait, you mean both of them have curse stones? Yes, both of them. The girl's managing to camouflage the energy from the one she has, but I managed to catch sight of it for a moment. So we're dealing with 2 curse stones, are we? The energy from the Curse of the Raging Waves is currently permeating the island. It's so strong I almost missed the energy from their curse stones. I never imagined that both of them would have curse stones. By the way, Cersei, I was told to tell you to return to Tokyo at once if I saw you. What? But I don't want to. I thought you'd say that. Well, I only was asked to tell you, no more, no less. What you choose to do with the message is up to you. Thanks, I think. If you want to know what happened, ask Abby. I will, thank you. What were you doing down at the jetty just now? Oh, so you didn't see anything that happened before that, then? Would it be inconvenient for you if we had? Nonsense, my hands are as clean as my conscience. Not a spot in sight, I assure you. It's just so suspicious when you say that, though, man. Never mind that now, we don't have the time. There are several things we want to ask you. Oh, and what would those be? First, I think we should talk about the incident this morning. Miss Somakawa was discovered washed up on the Futamigora Coast as a corpse, with half her body having been turned into a fish. Well, I'll be. To think she would meet such a fate, I'm truly sorry to hear that. This wouldn't be your doing, would it? We have eyewitness reports that you were seen 2 days out, heading to sea with Miss Somakawa by boat. Ah, well. This expression of hers is so, like, crafty looking somehow. I really like the way they drew it. We did indeed head out to the bay for a little chat, but turning her into a fish? Not a million years. What did you discuss with Miss Somakawa then? Why, what else? Mermaids, of course. Mermaids. Yeah, it looks like she's plotting when she's doing that face. Indeed, Circe and I are here in Iseshima on a grand adventure to find mermaids. And we just happened to find out that Miss Somakawa was a member of a clan with a strong relation to them. Of course she would catch our interest. I see. So you knew that Miss Somakawa was a descendant of the sole survivor of Taishima. Oh, you knew that too. I suppose I should expect nothing less of a member of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the mermaids of Taishima as well, would you? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Did you learn what you wanted from Miss Somakawa then? Oh yes, we got quite the haul of lucrative information from her. The knowledge that one of the Taishima mermaids lived hidden in the depths of Ise Bay until a scant few months ago, for one. What? Oh, that caught your interest, did it? I see. She must have been able to go back to Ryugu when the seal broke 3 months ago. So you even know about Ryugu. You seem quite well versed in these matters, Mrs. Shiki. Again, she acts as if she knows the mermaids personally. I think she's one of the mermaids. Huh, maybe just a bit. So, now that you know there are no longer any mermaids to be found here, have you given up looking for them? Hardly. There should be one more mermaid out there somewhere. We're here today to see if we can't glean some hint as to her whereabouts, in fact. Ah, I see. Do you know what Miss Somakawa did after you finished your talk? No, why would I? We parted ways immediately after we got back to shore. I haven't the foggiest what happened to her after that. Where did you learn that Miss Somakawa had a link to mermaids? I'm very sorry, but it's against my policy to reveal the identity of my informants. Is that so? Do you know what Miss Somakawa did after you finished your talk? It's no use trying to play innocent. We know you have the curse stone housing the curse of the Forsaken Fish. What's that? A curse stone? I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest what you're on about. Abby, they already know. Just give up already. What's this? Stabbed in the back? And by my own kin, no less. How could you? Its spiritual energy is too powerful to hide. I could tell that man over there has already noticed it. Thank you for the help. You saved us quite a bit of trouble just now. Does that mean you'll let us go? I'm afraid we won't be able to just yet, no. After all, you have a curse stone as well, don't you? Yes, I do. We ran into someone who was trying to use it earlier, so I took it off them. Is that so? Honestly, I'd rather you took it off my hands if possible. You don't seem to be planning to do any harm with it. I suppose we could leave that topic for later. So, why are you letting Abby here walk around with the curse of the Forsaken Fish? To let him live out his dreams, I suppose. I'm afraid that makes for a poor reason. Alright, I admit it. It was all me. I didn't want to give it up, so I asked Circe if I could hold on to it. I just couldn't let it go, not after learning it had such a close link to mermaids. I see. So that is the curse stone for the curse of the Forsaken Fish. How did you come into possession of the curse stone? Well, that would be a bit of a long story. It all started when I found a mermaid mummy left by my great-grandmother in the old family storage back at the States. That mermaid mummy ended up containing a map, one with a riddle to be solved, no less. That riddle led us to a mysterious box on the seabed. And once we solved the puzzle sealing the box shut, we found this curse stone nestled within. Oh, a mermaid mummy, you say? It seems that the keepsake passed down by your ancestor was indeed a curse stone, then. Aw? By the by, I thought I heard you say something about the Onmyoji who sealed away this curse stone just now. Am I correct in thinking that they were the ancestor of this young man here? That's right. He was an Onmyoji by the name of Harukage Tsuchimikado. It's said that he hid a clue to the lifting of a certain curse within a mermaid mummy, hence our search for the object in question. I see! And that mermaid mummy ended up crossing the Pacific, passing from hand to hand until it reached my great-grandmother. It's quite the miracle this curse stone is here with us today. Almost romantic, don't you think? I suppose you could say that, yes. It's quite the miracle. There's no doubt that Miss Somakawa was transfigured into a fish by the curse of the Forsaken Fish. And it's looking extremely likely that you have the curse stone that would make that possible. No more excuses. Tell us what really happened. Alright, you got me. I'll talk. Though don't blame me if the tale ends up being too incredible for your ears. Thanks for calling Gerpy. I see. It would seem Miss Somakawa had quite the twisted obsession with mermaids. And you sought to grant her wish by using the curse of the Forsaken Fish. Is that right? Correct. I know exactly how it feels, you see. The burning desire to see your dreams realized. And the overwhelming despair upon learning they can never be. The desperate hope to see even the slightest part of your wish fulfilled at the end. Perhaps that's why I couldn't ignore her wish. The wish to meet her end at the hands of a mermaid's curse. I mean, you also told them about the part that she was drowning herself, right? Because I think that's also pretty important. Hearing Miss Somakawa's fervent plea and seeing her cast herself into the water like that, I knew this was the ending she wanted for her tale, and so I decided to grant it. An elegy for a woman bound by her lineage and consumed by her obsession. I see. I understand where you're coming from, and I can't say I don't sympathize with your feelings on the matter. The fact that she entered the water of her own accord must have also be taken into account. I imagine it would have made rescuing her quite difficult. Oh, then you're willing to give me a pass, are you? I'm afraid that isn't my decision to make. Once we finished our business on Kamishima, I imagine you'll have to come along with us to the office back in Tokyo. I'll do my best to see if some sort of arrangement can be reached, though. Oh, how kind of you. Good thing I thought to ask. Thank you for telling us what happened with Miss Somakawa. As of now, I don't see any reason to doubt your version of events. My thanks. I'll leave the negotiating up to you, then. I mean, I think we should get to the part where you tell them how to break the curse of the raging waves. I mean, I feel like that's what this is leading to, right? By the way, did you happen to glimpse the resentful memories contained within that curse stone? I did indeed. A veritable deluge of information. And 400-year-old information at that. Was the way to lift the curse of the raging waves included that information? It certainly was. Ah! That's it! That's what we've been looking for. This face of hers looks kind of evil, though, when she does this face. It's just the way they've drawn it. I mean, obviously on purpose, but... I see. So you're searching for a way to lift some curse or other, eh? That's the long and short of it. Will you let us have the curse stone of yours, then? It's too dangerous to leave unaddressed as it is, so we can't leave it with you either way. But that just feels so unfair, you know. I was the one who found the map and solved the riddle. Why, the curse stone would still be at the bottom of the sea if it weren't for me. And it's hardly been cheap running back and forth like this. I don't know if I could just give you something so important for nothing in return. Looking to take advantage of the situation, are we? Yikes. Judge me all you want. I'm at the end of my rope here too, you know. So what is it you're after then? Money? Well, first of all, I'd like you to turn a blind eye to the fact I used a curse stone. And I'd like you to spill the beans on any knowledge you have on mermaids as well. Turning a blind eye might be a bit much. I'm afraid. All I can promise there is an attempt to reach some sort of deal. In any case, we don't have time to mess around. I really would appreciate it if you cooperated without any further fuss. If you don't, we may end up having to get a bit rough. Oh-ho, intimidation is it? But if you think your boorish threats scare me, think again. My trusty bodyguard here will... Sorry, but no. I don't feel well, and we're at a disadvantage here anyway. Over before it even began. A wise decision, young lady. So it's your game, is it? Abusing your authority, or that's your game, is it? Abusing your authority to seize the property of a defenseless, powerless civilian. State violence, I say. He is such a Karen. Ugh. You do have a curse stone, though. I doubt anyone would object to the use of force against an opponent carrying a lethal weapon. What? Seriously? This really is the end of the line, then? Well, if it's really just information on mermaids you want, I'm not opposed to telling you that much. Only within the bounds of what I know, though. Would that be acceptable? What? You mean it? Really? Huzzah! Now that's an offer I can't refuse. Consider this deal done and dusted. Ma'am. It's best if we can get things settled without a fuss. Besides, I don't think it should be a problem now. They don't know that they have the box, though. I never imagined that both of them would have curse stones. I'll tell you what you want to know about mermaids. In exchange, you'll hand over your curse stone. Do we have a deal? We do indeed. So what is it you want to know about mermaids, then? Though I'd wager you're after the secret of immortality. Immortality? Oh no! All I want is to meet a real live mermaid. It's not but dreams and adventure that drive me. Really? That's it? Well, even if you had been after immortality, I doubt it would have been possible. What? You mean the legends about mermaids being able to grant immortality are false? They're not. I've encountered my fair share of people who've become immortal that way after all. Wait, she's just gonna come out there and say that? There's even a word for these individuals. They're known as 800-year immortals. 800-year immortals, eh? So they do exist. Incredible. What became of the third Taishima mermaid then? One known as Nagame. She hasn't returned to Ryugu, has she? She hasn't. Sobe is the only mermaid who returned to Ryugu in the end. Oh, so she's still out there somewhere, roaming the mortal world as we speak. You could say that, but you could also say she's no longer here. What do you mean? Don't tell me she died. Well, that also wouldn't be entirely accurate. Oh. Huh? What is it, Circe? I think I've got it. Figured it out, have you? What, really? What do you mean? I bet that Yumiko is the mermaid and she found out a way to become mortal. So she's able to live out the rest of her life with regular mortal years. And so she's no longer a mermaid. I think that's what she means. Think back on what we heard before. Before? Well, there's not much point in dragging it out, so I'll go ahead and tell you. The mermaid known as Nagame. Nagame gave up her existence as a mermaid long ago. She no longer lives as a mermaid, but as a human. Or maybe Nagame is one of her ancestors. Maybe she's not Nagame. She made it sound like it was a long time ago, but I don't know. Ah, now that you mention it, that does sound familiar. You mean to tell me the story was true? Oh, you've heard of these events before. I suppose Miss Somakawa must have heard about it from Sobe. But could a mermaid really have become human? Mermaids are originally from another world, right? Normally it'd be unthinkable, yes. But it seems a certain talented psychic managed to make the impossible happen. At no small cost to himself, I might add. Her husband! Wow, that's amazing. I can't say I understand why she would do such a thing, though. Why not remain a mermaid? It seems like a bit of a waste to me. Well, Nagame was a bit different from the other two mermaids, you see. They were serious and dutiful, but Nagame was strongly drawn to the mortal world and to the humans who live in it. I suppose you could say that she was the opposite of Miss Somakawa in a way. You don't say. More than anything, it seems she was particularly drawn to the idea of becoming human, finding the person of her dreams and marrying them, of getting to be their bride. That's a pretty cute dream to have. I guess not all mermaids are the same, huh? Indeed, to think that mermaids could harbor the same hopes and dreams as humans do, I must say she sounds quite relatable. Perhaps. I imagine she was viewed as quite the odd soul among her own kind, though. Then a few decades ago, Nagame happened to meet a certain psychic. The two soon fell in love, and Nagame, who wanted more than anything else to become that man's wife, asked him if there was any way she could become human. The psychic searched far and wide for a way to grant her wish, and after decades of toil, he found a secret art that would allow her to do so. Oh, such unconditional love! Such ardent devotion! A mermaid who wished to become human to become with the love of her life! Why, it's like the tale of the Little Mermaid reborn in the modern era. Truly a story to grip the heart. How could I not root for them with everything I have? Are you sure? That would mean we don't have a mermaid to look for anymore, you know. No matter. If it was for the sake of such inspiring passion, then I care not a whit. So, Nagame became human in the end, yes, and the two of them lived happily ever after. I refuse to accept any other condition. Or conclusion. Well, that's more or less what happened. So I can say with certainty that Nagame the mermaid no longer exists. I see. So she's still out there somewhere, as a human. What a beautiful tale. Why, I could wish I could meet her solely to offer my most heartfelt congratulations. No, I think wedding gifts are in order. How about you give her your curse stone as a wedding gift? Abby seems to be enjoying himself, but this means there's no chance of us meeting a mermaid anymore, right? Ah, now that you mention it, that is a problem. I thought so. Ahem, a question, Mr. Shiki. I don't suppose there'd be a way for us to go to Ryugu and meet a mermaid there, would there? I'm afraid not. It's impossible for a flesh and blood human to cross over to the eternal world. Indeed, you'd have to be dead to have any chance of getting there. Ah, just as I feared. There's little point in getting there without a life to savor it. Although, does that mean there's a chance that Miss Somakawa was able to make it to Ryugu in the end? That I don't know. Not everyone ends up in Ryugu after death, after all. I see. I suppose we'll just have to hope that she was able to meet the mermaid she so admired in the afterlife. That would be all I could tell you there. Are you willing to give us your curse stone now? Well, knowing that we have no chance of meeting a mermaid now has thoroughly dashed all my hopes and dreams. But you did share with us a most charming tale of mermaid love and longing, so I suppose I can't complain. Here, the curse stone. Thank you. Soto, could you take a look at it for me? Very well. I see. If you don't mind, there are a few details I'd like to confirm with you before continuing, Abby. Very well, go ahead, and ask anything you like. I'll even give you the map we used. It originally belonged to you and yours, after all. Thank you. In that case... I see. I think I know how to lift the curse of the raging waves now. Finally, it has certainly been a long road to get here. You say that, but it's been an even longer road for me. I had to live through Abby's entire story and Yuza Zensato's. Still, you certainly are knowledgeable about mermaids. Where on earth did you get all this information from? Well, let's just say I have my sources. I suppose we could put this down to the vast knowledge of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau as well, eh? He hasn't realized yet. What do you mean? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. So she noticed. Yumiko was formerly a mermaid by the name of Nagame. Unlike her more serious compatriots, Hayase and Sobe, Nagame was a free-spirited by nature and held a keen interest in both humans and the mortal world. She was even known to break the rules to sneak out and observe human society, something would often put her at odds with the other two mermaids and led her to being viewed as something of a maverick. When the entrance to Ryugu was sealed 400 years ago to suppress the curse of the raging waves, rendering the remaining mermaids unable to return home, Sobe was overcome by grief. However, Nagame was thrilled and seized the opportunity to travel the world at her leisure, which deepened the rift between her and Sobe. For the next 350 years, Nagame bore witness to the lives of countless humans around the globe, from every culture and era, and her yearning for life in human society continued to grow. She was particularly enamored by the concepts of marriage and becoming a bride, finding the idea of pledging one's life to someone and living hand in hand with them from then on enthralling. It was this she found herself longing for above all else. About 50 years ago, Nagame met a certain talented psychic in Japan. The two quickly fell in love, and Nagame, who by that point had begun to earnestly wish she could give up being a mermaid and live among humans in the mortal world, asked him whether there was any way she could become human. Wanting to fulfill her wish, the psychic began to search for a lost secret art that would allow her to assume human form. The two overcame countless hardships together in their quest for the art, and after decades of searching, they not only found it, but finally succeeded in perfecting it. However, the secret art that would grant Nagame her wish demanded a heavy price. For a mermaid, a being who lacked a mortal form in the material world, to gain a human body, the caster's own body would have to be sacrificed. Using this art would render them unable to live side by side as humans as they had longed to do so. Wait. The two agonized over their decision. Despite their decades-long search, the different worlds in which they lived continued to keep them apart. As a mermaid, Nagame could neither join him on land nor appear before others. The life together they yearned for remained a distant dream. In the end, the two chose to use the secret art so they could be together in the mortal world. Even when Nagame learned the psychic Itensai Shiki only appeared young due to supernatural abilities, having been born in the Edo period and already over 100 years old by that time, she loved him no less. Thus did Nagame, the mermaid, become Itensai Shiki's human wife, Yumiko Shiki, a name given to her by Itensai himself. Although the process of gaining a human body meant she lost many of the memories and abilities she had possessed during her time as a mermaid, she retained all the memories and feelings from her time spent with Itensai, which is more than enough for Yumiko. Since then, Yumiko has enjoyed a fulfilling life with her human nature, and her relationship with Itensai bring her immense joy. Because of this, she is insistent that her primary identity be that of a housewife, to the extent she always chooses clothing that will allow her to return to tackling housework at a moment's notice. However, the human body she has gained still differs from those of regular humans. Although she appears to age slowly compared to those around her, it is entirely unknown how long her lifespan will end up being. Following her rebirth as a human, Yumiko decided to pay a visit to Sobe in the depths of Ise Bay to explain her decision and introduce her partner. Abandoning her form as a mermaid to become human was a grave violation of the rules they are bound to, and she expected Sobe to receive the news with utter contempt, if not sever her ties with Yumiko completely. But her expectations were pleasantly subverted. Sobe herself had since forged her own deep bond of love and trust with Mare Minekuchi, one that similarly transcended their respective species and understood her feelings, thanking her for introducing a Tensai to her. However, Sobe never showed herself to Yumiko again after that. After many twists and turns in their quest for happiness, the spirit of a Tensai Shiki, who sacrificed his body so Yumiko could live as a human, has come to dwell in the body of a small dog, and he continues to enjoy retirement and a quiet life at Yumiko's side in his home in Tokyo to this day. Oh, I thought that he died and she took over his body. So he gave her his body, he became a spirit, and then eventually the spirit got put into a dog. That's a strange detail. Even before his retirement, and despite his current form, he remained an active force in the industry, having devoted his time to such things as taking Soto Kiro on as his protege, after discovering his potential, assisting with the management of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau for old time's sake, and sending Yumiko, who knew the bureau and the work it did, to help out as one of his members. Wait, is Itensai Shiki the guy who founded the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? Because remember how they said that Itensai, or the founder, never appears in person, and most of the time they just use a plushie or something as a stand-in for him, and no one's ever seen him in person. It's because he doesn't have a body. It's because he's a freaking dog. Is that the name of the person though? Itensai Shiki? There's just so many names, and names that don't come up often enough is that would explain a lot though. Here, Paranormal Affairs. Oh no, never, oh no, the chief is Quiru Nakagoshi. Quiru Nakagoshi is the one that people haven't seen in person. But maybe Kiro is a Tensai. It doesn't... I think that's the most logical explanation, but there must be a reason why the game gives them two names, so it's not the same person. But maybe they're under the similar conditions, because it says here that Nakagoshi, there's a rumor that he's not a flesh and blood human, and some questioning whether he really exists. It must be a similar thing, though. They also updated Kikuko. Yeah, maybe they're gonna introduce that in a future Paranormasight game. I feel like it'd be nice if they ended on 3, like, ended with 3 games and that's it. I don't know how long they intend to continue doing this. Even this game kind of came out of nowhere. They just randomly announced it, like, last month, and everyone was so surprised. Ever since her school days, Kikuko harbored a strong desire to leave Kamishima and make a life for herself elsewhere. While most of her classmates began working as ama divers following graduation from middle school, she decided to enroll in a boarding school as a first step towards fulfilling this goal, going on to graduate from a junior college in Aichi Prefecture and then finding a job in general administration at a company in Issei City. Wait, this part we've already read. Okay, here. No, this is new. While aimlessly drifting from job to job, unable to find something she wanted to do, Kiko happened to meet Kippei Ikoma, who was the president of one of the companies she ended up working for. It was then that Kippei revealed a surprising secret to her. Kikuko was in fact an illegitimate child of a wealthy tycoon, one Yoshiatsu Yamashina, and had been trusted to a childless couple to raise as their own. Kikuko had always believed herself special in some way, and learning she was originally of high birth only served to validate that belief, leading to her developing a strong sense of pride. Upon learning of Kikuko's background and taking note of her dissatisfaction with her current lot in life, Kippei opted to try and make her his pawn by skillfully manipulating herself of self-importance. His endeavors paid off. Tired of what she perceived as a stifling, monotonous life and driven by both her admiration for Kippei and desire to be recognized by Yoshiatsu, so she could live the life she believed she deserved, Kikuko agreed to return to Kamishima and act as his agent there. Fueled by her ambitions and exhilarated by the sense that she had become the star of one of the spy movies that had become so popular in her childhood, Kikuko's mind was set. She no longer cared if people died or her hometown was destroyed as long as it meant she could fulfill her goals. Let's move on to the topic of Circe's Curse Stone, shall we? Oh right, here it is. One of the locals we ran into earlier was planning to use this curse stone to cause a massacre, so we confiscated it. Goodness, that's far more disturbing than I was imagining. It sounds like you were lucky to escape unscathed. Where is this local now? We managed to subdue her after taking her curse stone. I don't think she'll wake up for a while, so could you get someone to come and take her away? It's a good thing we didn't kill her in this storyline. Alright, we'll make the necessary arrangements later. So who was the would-be mass murderer, and what exactly was she planning to do? She said her name was Kikuko Tsutsui. She didn't have any spirit sense to speak of, though. She tried to use her curse stone to get Avi to tell her what he knew about mermaids. But we managed to fend her off and take it from her. That's right, she had hand mirrors and business cards marked with a symbol that serves as a target for her curse, and handed them out around the island in advance for whenever she needed to activate it. A premeditated crime, in other words, and quite a thorough one, too. That was quite a dangerous position you were in. I'll say, if we hadn't caught on to her intentions, I have no doubt we'd be sleeping with the fishes by now. Such is the nature of dealing with curses, I'm afraid. You never know when you might end up the target. No need to tell me twice, I've had quite enough curses at this point. A prudent attitude. A curse's corruption starts from the heart. Indeed, I'll be sure to remember that. They should tell her that that Kikuko is related to Yoshiatsu, because they met Yoshiatsu. They don't know who Ikoma is, though. Hey Burr, welcome to the stream. Did you learn what this Kikuko was after in the end? To be honest, I wasn't all that sure myself. Apparently she was looking to get her hands on a mermaid to impress some tycoon called Yamashina. It seems he's looking for a way to become immortal. What? A tycoon called Yamashina who wants to become immortal? It couldn't be. Oh, you know him. Did she mention where she got the curse stone from? Could Yamashina have given it to her? Actually, it seems it was someone else. As Kikuko would tell it, she's Yamashina's illegitimate child, but he refused to acknowledge her. While she was pondering ways to gain his approval, this young CEO, his apprentice, swooped in. He offered her a sympathetic ear, and a curse stone to use to accomplish her goal, I think that was the long and short of it.
Something like that, yeah.
What? So there's someone else involved?
It turns out we knew the CEO she was talking about too. We were pretty shocked.
So the CEO was the original owner of the Curse Stone, was he? What is his name? He's a young man named Kipe Ikoma, although I dare say young isn't the first word that would come to mind when looking at him. What?
Kipe Ikoma? It can't be.
Right, because they think he died 6 years ago. He was the corpse they found. The non-mermaid corpse.
Huh? You know him too?
No, perhaps they simply share a name. The Kipe Ikoma we know should have died 6 years ago. Huh? Died? What do you mean?
Would you mind taking a look at this, Abby?
Yeah, Abby's sassy pointing animation always gets me too. The way he like crooks his neck while he's doing it too. They did a good job capturing exactly the type of energy they wanted for him in his drawings. Hey Wasabi, welcome in. A portrait sketch? And who might this be?
The Kipe Ikoma, you know, wouldn't happen to look like this, would he?
Kipe Ikoma? Oh no, he doesn't look like this at all.
Yep, this isn't him. I see. Could you give us the curse stone you have, Circe? Sure, here you go.
I wonder if Kipe Ikoma, the one we know, is actually being possessed by a spirit. That has to come up in this game, because they mentioned it once, and it came up in the last game.
Soda, would you mind taking a look at this one too?
Of course. Ah, this is... the Curse of Tomoshige, and has the power to cleave its target in two. Ma'am, this is it. The curse from the Toba case.
I thought so.
What? What's gotten everyone so excited all of a sudden?
Right, I suppose we should explain.
Like, what if Tomoshige is possessing Ikoma? Because in the last game, we saw that Seimin was able to do that too. Like, he is a curse echo, but he's also able to possess someone at the same time.
The name of the man in the sketch I just showed you is Kipe Ikoma. He was killed 6 years ago, and his skeletal remains were recently found in Toba. The cause of his death was a curse, one that kills his victims by slicing through them bone and all.
I mean, I think the most likely case is Ikoma killed this Ikoma and took on his identity.
In other words, it's highly likely he was killed by the curse within this curse stone, the curse of Tomoshige. Huh? Wait, but wouldn't that mean...
You're telling me this Kipe Ikoma was killed 6 years ago by a curse wielded by Kipe Ikoma?
Yes. In other words... the Kipe Ikoma you know, the company president, is a different man. He used his curse to kill the real one 6 years ago and assumed his identity.
What? You're telling me he isn't the real Ikoma?
I see, so that's how it is.
In that case, just who is the man calling himself Kipe Ikoma now? I can't say, but it seems he's quite the dangerous fellow. Good thing we managed to take his curse stone, I'll say.
Yeah, at the very least, we shouldn't have to worry about him using his curse anymore. By the way, I believe you said this Ikoma is Yoshiatsu Yamashina's apprentice.
If that's the case, and Yamashina had someone working for him who had a curse stone, could Yamashina have been pulling the strings from behind the scenes? Actually, I think it's the other way around. I think Ikoma is pulling the scenes behind Yamashina.
It's possible. We should get in contact with Detective Ide and see if he can't take Yamashina in for questioning. With any luck, he'll be able to detain Ikoma as well. Ah! Huh? Is something wrong? We kind of already told Ikoma about this Forsaken Fish curse stone.
He did help us out earlier, after all. It only felt fair.
I suppose we can assume that the information has reached Yamashina as well, then. Oh, right. He also asked us to look for a bronze mirror that's used to lift the curse of the raging waves. The Still-Tide mirror, I think. The Still-Tide mirror, eh? Just what could he be planning? Either way, it seems we'll have to keep an eye out for any movement on his end. Hey, me emergency, welcome to the stream. Ah yes, we were hoping you could do us a little favor, Circe. It seems you don't have a mermaid to be searching for anymore, so perhaps you could use that extra time to help us out. What do you think, Abby?
Very well. Permission granted.
How kind of you. It's nothing strenuous, I assure you. We just want you to find out Kipe Koma's current whereabouts, that's all. Oh, so just an ordinary chore then. We want to focus on getting the curse of the raging waves lifted as soon as possible, you see. It would be a huge help if you could pin him down in the meantime. He's definitely up to something, and more importantly, you know what he looks like. We'll ask a detective from the Mie police to look into things there too, but one can never be too cautious.
Both his true identity and goal remain unclear. Be very careful when dealing with him.
I guess that means we'll have to go back to the mainland for now.
We do have some time left before the last ferry is up to sail, I suppose.
Okay then. I do want to find out what's going on too, so we'll see what we can do there.
It seems we'll be helping you out with your work then. In that case, please do consider putting in a word on my behalf.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
That's probably what Abby wanted all along.
We appreciate the help. If you learn anything of note, leave a message at the station, alright? Got it. I suppose we should see about lifting the curse of the raging waves then. Let's get in touch with Detective Ide first. We can find Wakamura after that and see if we can't get him to cooperate.
Understood. Let's be on our way then. That was a very productive conversation between those two groups. Oh, and we're switching back to Sato. That's interesting. I thought it would continue here. I still don't know what's up with this one, though. I know this one changes how we perceive Kikuko. She has bad blood with that one. That's funny. Let me double check, because I didn't realize until playing this game that the gameplay guide actually talks about this. Oh, does it not have the story chart here? Here. Oh, that doesn't really tell you. If a chapter is finished while there's still tasks to be done, the chapter will not dim, but instead remain lit up. So it did dim, it just didn't completely dim. On occasion, it will initially be unclear where a chapter is taking place. In these cases, the location will be revealed as you progress through the story. From Unkaku Dono to the Curse of the Raging Waves, Sato and Tsukasa run around the island, searching for answers to the mountain of problems before them. So this takes place... So she already got threatened by Wakamura, but this is a new timeline. So...
Let's think back to what has happened. After calming down Tsukasa, who had the wrong idea after seeing me with Shotaro by the beach, I explained at the Kantakisho ruins that I was immortal, and that Mr. Wakamura was planning to hand me over to someone called Unkaku Dono. The two of us searched for a way to stop the curse of the raging waves. We also stopped by the Wakamura home to apologize to Shotaro, but no one was there.
Well, this is before she gets slashed.
After that, we met with Tsuyu, and I learned about who Mari Minikuchi truly was, as well as how the curse of the raging waves had been kept at bay by the bronze mirror she left behind. We also ran into Azami. He looked desperate, saying that the Kameshi Maru hand mirror that Kikuko had given me was dangerous, and he was going around collecting them. Tsukasa and I handed ours over to him too.
Okay, so this is the new timeline after Yuza is trying to fix his mistake.
Then after that...
Okay, it's kind of nice that they skipped over that though, because like... it'd just be boring to listen to because we already know what is supposed to happen. Can't find Mr. Wakamura anywhere. We need to tell him about the bronze mirror as soon as possible. At least the nice thing is Kikuko has been restrained, so the mirrors don't matter anymore.
Yeah. Oh. Huh? It's those two.
Oh yeah, they're the ones who were looking for the old man's place.
Excuse me. Oh, if it's Sato. Good timing. I've got something to discuss if you don't mind. Oh, alright. I actually have something to ask myself. Huh? Since when did you get to know each other? Oh, right. We actually talked a bit after the last time we met. These two are from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. They're here to lift the curse of the raging waves. Wait, seriously? Since when does the police deal in curses? We're a special unit dedicated to things like this. I hope we could be of help. Okay, we're making progress now. All the groups are meeting each other and sharing their information. Because we know the location of the mirror. Oh no, we have the mirror. So if we give them the mirror, that's one step closer to quelling the curse. You end up passing through this intersection no matter where you go on the island. A narrow path with a gentle breeze. It makes for a nice peaceful afternoon. Huh? I swear I just saw something catch the light behind me for a second. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Ah! Sato, something wrong? Oh no, it's just there's a Kameshi Maru keychain lying on the ground here. Ah, you're right. Who just chucked the poor thing out here? Yeah, I almost missed it. I'll rescue it. That might be Yuza's. There's an old well here. These days, most houses have running water, so it isn't used anymore. In the story that Tsuyu told us earlier, the bronze mirror was apparently found at the bottom of this very well. I can't even imagine how Mari managed to find it here. That's some real tenacity. Aha! Buzz Boozler. It's such a relief when I find them because I'm like, okay, now I can stop looking around. That's the town clock, which is sort of the symbol of the street. Standing quietly at the town center, its gentle ticking marks the years as it watches over people's lives. If we really want to do something about the curse of the raging waves, maybe we can rely on these two. Although honestly, they do scare me a little. She seems like she's accepting it, but even Tsukasa probably doesn't get everything from that quick explanation. Can't blame her though, I still don't fully understand it myself. But why is she dressed like a housewife? She doesn't look like police at all. Well, now we know why. That cloak must be so hot. How does he stay so calm and collected? You spoke with them yesterday, Sato. Yeah, they're specialists from a special unit called the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. They even saw right through me. Wait, you mean they figured out you're immortal? Yep, first time anyone's managed that. Wow, I guess real professionals can figure out things like that. Thank you for your time the other day. Oh, not at all. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. Mind if I start from my side, then? Oh, not at all. The good news is we figured out how to lift the curse of the raging waves. Really? You have? Whoa, seriously? That's huge! The bad news is we need a few things to do it. We're in the middle of tracking them down. If that's the case, let us help you. Yeah, what do you need? Well, the first is called the Still Tide Mirror. A mirror used to hold back the curse of the raging waves. We know where that is. At least, I think we do. You do? We just heard about it from Tsuyu Minikuchi. I see. 5 years ago, Mari Minikuchi tried to break the curse of that mirror, but failed. That explains why people blamed her for the Southern Sea disaster. If that mirror from back then is still here, then it is very likely to be the Still Tide Mirror. Yes, that's what I wanted to talk to you about too. I see, thank you. Sounds like the pieces are coming together. But there's one more piece we still need. A descendant of the Taishima people. Which likely means Mari Minikuchi's son, Yuza Minikuchi, will be our best candidate. Yeah, that should work. Do you know where he is now? Not sure, we've been looking too, since we want to pass along what Tsuyu told us. Alright, we'll go search for him. Really, that would be a huge help. We'll go and secure the mirror.
Time is tight. If we split up, we'll need a point of contact in case we can't find each other. Could one of you stay in one place and handle communications between us?
Good plan. Could one of you take that on? Point of contact? It'd be best if it was...
Well, I have no choice. Honestly though, Tsukasa has like the least story relevance so far. I mean, other than being Unkaku Dono's illegitimate child, she hasn't really had any role, unless you count like the whole love triangle thing. I guess Azami doesn't really have a role either, but he's just so important to Yuza and always helping him that I feel like he's important, but Tsukasa, not as much. Because Sato's always acting on her own a lot too. A lot of her episodes don't have Tsukasa in them.
I'll go look for Yuza. Tsukasa, do you mind being the point of contact? Me? Sure, no problem. Let's see then. I'll wait by the community hall on Chuo Street. There's also a phone there we could use. Okay, we'll make contact there if anything happens. Thank you, that'll be a big help. Alright then, we'll retrieve the bronze mirror first and track down Yuza Minakuchi and work on lifting the curse. Wow, this was a really fast conversation. I thought they were about to have a really long one like they did with Abby. Okay then, Sato, good luck. If you find Yuza, please tell him everything Tsuyu told us. I will. Leave it to me.
See, again, Sato's now acting without Tsukasa. Oh, that's the end of that episode. Oh, now Yuza's gonna encounter them. See, the interesting thing too is that Yumiko and Arnav don't have timelines here in the original timeline because they're not around for the storm and the massacre. Although Yumiko does come here. Okay, I feel like I want to continue with Sato's just for some continuity. Plus, this one happens before this one. Sato entrusts Tsukasa with being the point of contact while she goes to search for Yuza Minakuchi.
After that, I met with Yuza and told him what I heard from Tsuyu and Mrs. Shiki, that we needed him to come to the community hall to lift the curse of the raging waves.
Oh, so we're just gonna skip to where she finds him. There must be a point in his storyline where we see that happen.
But after that, I headed somewhere else, this time for my own purposes.
I like how they keep having to do like, let's catch you up on what has happened so far, because some of these things happened off screen. Oh, now she's gonna run into them.
Oh, there they are. There's a small lookout plaza in front of the lighthouse where you can see the sea. Probably meant for tourists. Come to think of it, I've never really come here all that much.
Oh, I can't look any further that way.
Okay, let's think about what I need to do now.
Oh.
Those two have a special box called a Tamate Bako. I need to get it from them no matter what.
How did she find that out?
I have to find a way to convince them to hand it over. This is the only chance I'm going to get. I'll share what I know bit by bit to hook their interest and negotiate from there. Really not sure how I could pull this off, but I have to try.
Why does she need it though? How'd she find out that they have it?
Excuse me.
You rang?
Yes, can I speak with you for a moment? I know...
Permission granted.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I don't mind him. Oh, don't mind him. He always gets a little carried away. Right. So you're Abby, an author, and Cersei here's your guide.
Indeed, great to meet you, Sato.
I've actually heard talk about you around this island.
Oh really? It would seem we've become quite famous around these parts.
I'd say we're more on the infamous side, but sure. Now that I think about it, this is my first time meeting someone from overseas. They do feel different somehow, but I can't quite put it into words. Wow, her blonde hair is so beautiful. I've never seen it in person before. And her outfit also looks so unusual. Maybe it's traditional clothing from her country. Hello? Oh, hello. That's interesting. I sense something peculiar about you. Do you? It's definitely strange, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Are you really human? Huh? I think so.
Hey now, Cersei, that's an awfully rude thing to say to someone. Do forgive her. She still doesn't quite know how to start a conversation.
No, it's fine. Sorry. No, really, it's fine. I heard you were searching for a mermaid. Is that true?
Oh, tell me, young lady, do you perchance know of a mermaid? Because if so, you must tell.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know anything about any specific mermaid.
Oh, please.
Please don't look so disappointed. I feel bad now. You see, I'm rather interested in mermaids, so I was hoping I could ask you a little more about them. Now you look both disappointed and annoyed. Did I say something wrong? Well, the last person who asked us the same thing nearly cursed us to death. What?
You're just gonna casually tell her that someone tried to curse you? Indeed, the people on this island are nothing but trouble. I've had enough of it. You're the same, aren't you? You're just after immortality like everyone else. Admit it.
Well, I need to steer the conversation toward the Tamate Bako. What should I say? Yes, I must become immortal. Everything depends on it. If you know anything, I sincerely ask you tell me.
Ah, there it is. Your true colors. I knew it. You think I just hand over the Tamate Bako I struggled so hard to obtain? He's just gonna come right out and say it.
Oh, so you really have the Tamate Bako.
Huh? What's that? I've never heard of this Tamate Bako.
But you just said you wouldn't hand it over to me.
No, you're mishearing things, young lady. I have no idea of what you speak.
Please, I really need it.
Alas, young lady, our research has made one thing clear. Trying to meet a mermaid in this place is futile. Why does she need it? But also, this was not a good... Both conversation options I was given are not good. I think her play should be, yes, you got me, I'm not human. Like, it's even better that Cersei noticed. I'm not human, I'm immortal. Ask me anything. And then give me the Tamate Bako.
Huh?
You see, that's why we decided to give up on the Issei Bay mermaids, take in the sights of Kamishima and head home. There are mermaid legends scattered all across the world. We have all the time in the world to begin the search anew.
Oh, so it really is that hopeless.
Plus, we can't linger on this island much longer anyway. Cersei's condition and duties are also starting to become an issue, you see, so we must be taking our leave here.
Hold on.
Oh, conversation failed.
They left. Damn, that was no good.
See, this one I know I can still keep going, so that means that this one I can keep going too. I'm just not sure what they want from me here though, because I'm pretty sure I exhausted every option. Oh, this one has like a status thing at the end. Hey Rainval, welcome to the stream. Maybe I should have made a save point there. It'd be nice if you just start straight from the options, because the game knows that's where you need to branch, so I feel like it'd be nice if they did that. Should I deny this one?
No, not at all. You've got it all wrong.
Oh, then why are you after a mermaid?
Well... You see, I want to find a mermaid because I need to thank them.
Oh, fascinating. Don't tell me you were once saved by one in the past.
No, not quite.
Then what do you need to thank one for?
I'm sorry, I made that up. I just want to find and meet one, that's all.
Oh, so that's your only reason.
So do mermaids really exist?
Aha! As it happens, 400 years ago, there was an island near here named Taishima. There are legends that tell of 3 mermaids who lived there. Hayase, Sobe, and Nagame.
Oh, so there were 3.
But sadly, even after our painstaking research, we've confirmed that meeting any of the 3 is now hopeless.
What? No way.
So my advice on meeting mermaids is this, and this alone. It's time to give up, unless you happen to know things we don't, of course.
Oh, I see.
No! But you do know things that they don't. That's your point of intersection. The fact that there isn't just a redo button here kind of sucks. Because it's not like it continues down a bad path, it just ends, so that's kind of silly. Hey Ditznell, thanks for the stretch. And Ash, thanks for calling Kirby in for the hood. I think I'll make a save point this time, because I don't want to keep doing this part. The thing is, start from the beginning is almost the same as start from Lighthouse. Oh no, I forgot, because there's 2 locations to go to. So maybe I need to go to the other place first. I forgot that she didn't start at the lighthouse. I just chose to. Maybe I need more information as leverage from Tsuyu's. Or maybe this is all flavor text.
Hello, is anyone home? Who am I kidding? I know no one's here. I visited this room so many times while helping to look after Tsuyu. The owner's away, but people on this island don't usually lock up all that tightly. I've also been asked to come while they were out to help with chores, so by now I know the place well. All sorts of things are scattered on the floor here. Even with this much storage, people still leave things lying about. I guess some things never change. This chest of drawers is mostly just Tsuyu's clothes. I've helped put away the laundry, so I have a rough idea of what goes where, but there's still her personal things, so I shouldn't open it while she isn't here. Am I just here to get a bird? Is that really all it is? A sliding glass door that leads out to an outdoor spot to dry laundry. Doesn't get much sun, though. A light with a wooden frame. Looks like this design evolved from those old lamps with paper shades. I'm glad this older look still turns up here and there. A calendar handed out by the local association. There's one at Wakamura's place too. This one's still showing last month though. There's a circle around the date that marks the day Yuza came home. She must have really been looking forward to it. Aww. It's a table. One of those really low tables that's perfect for flipping over. I know because I see it on TV all the time. With nothing on it, there's not much point in flipping it over, is there? It's so strange because sometimes you enter a place in this game and there's like nothing to examine in your surroundings except for surroundings, and then sometimes you go in and like everything has something to say. A built-in cupboard fitted snug against the wall. You could tell it's been here a long time. These kinds of cupboards help the room feel less cramped. I was so impressed the first time I saw one. Modern design sure is smart. The inside though is a bit messy. Tsuyu tends to toss anything in there to get out of the way. This is the Minakuchi family's altar. There are memorial tablets for Tsuyu's husband, her son Tosuke, and her daughter-in-law Mare here. I'm sure she never expected they'd all go before her. It must have been hard to deal with. It's an altar shelf. Buddhist objects and keepsakes are neatly arranged on it. It also has something Tsuyu once showed me. Here it is. There's something about it, but I can't put my finger on what. It really is just as beautiful as ever. I shouldn't just take it, so let me put it back on the shelf where it belongs. Aha.
This one's cute. Tutton teal. Yeah, I think that's literally all I came here for, is just that bird. Doesn't let me turn around anymore. Okay. I gotta make a save point before the conversation this time. I'm gonna save here. I've been relying on the autosave so much because we haven't really been saving much. Okay, so I'll admit first. So this one.
Please, I need it no matter what.
Oh, look at the fire in those eyes. Looks like there's more to this. Very well, tell me your tale. If it rouses my spirit as an author, then I might just be persuaded to hand the box over.
Really? Alright, let me explain.
Really? That's all it was?
I'll tell you, but you have to promise me you won't tell anyone else about this.
Of course, I swear it. My lips are sealed tighter than a well-corked bottle.
Is that supposed to be reassuring?
Don't worry, we won't go breaking any promises.
Alright then, where do I even start? The truth is, I'm what is known as an 800-year immortal. I'm already immortal.
Huh? What? Is that all true?
Wait, are you trying to say that you are the Osato from Kusawa? The real one? Yes, that's probably me.
Whoa! So that's why you're doing all this? Wait, but are you not going to explain to me? I still don't know why she wants the box. They conveniently skipped over it to hide it from me. Hey Queen Roa, welcome to the stream. Thanks for following and being a froggy friend.
Wait, no way, are you being serious? Yes, completely serious, which is why I need that Tamachi Bako no matter what.
You realize what you're saying is crazy, right? Anyone else would be dead against it.
Please, all I need is that Tamachi Bako. Avi, what do you think?
Are you sure you're alright with this? I could hardly call it sane.
Yes, this is what I want more than anything.
Very well. In that case, amazing! Such stunning spirit. I'll be happy to support that resolve, even if I stand alone. This must be the reason I found the Tamachi Bako in the first place. Here, take it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now that we know the situation, it only makes sense for you to have it. You should have it. You should have just said so earlier. That said, I would also like to know how things turn out, so be sure to let us know, okay?
Of course, I won't forget this kindness as long as I live.
Ha! Think nothing of it. But that does mean I should apologize to you, Cersei, after all the trouble we went through to get it.
Well, you seemed enthused enough by this turn of events. If you're happy with your choice, I don't mind.
Also, as I'm sure you already know, you'll still need mermaid flesh.
I know, I'll figure something out.
Oh? So you do have a lead on a mermaid. I'm intrigued, but I'll leave it at that for now. One more thing, carrying the Tamachi Bako may draw some unsavory types. Be careful.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Well, we're heading back to the mainland to look for them anyway.
Ah yes, after sightseeing on Kamishima, we were supposed to return post-haste.
I see. Well, thank you, and good luck.
Wow, that scene was a lot shorter than I thought. So something about immortality. I think she wants to give, well, Yu's is already immortal. Is she maybe is she trying to extend her own immortality and then sacrifice herself or something like that to become a seal or something along that line? I feel like she's heading towards trying to sacrifice herself again somehow. She's not trying to get immortality for the sake of being more greedy. Or she's trying to save someone else. But Yuza is already immortal, so it won't be him. Hello, is anyone home? Even on my second visit, I still need to make sure. It's an altar shelf. Buddhist objects and keepsakes are neatly arranged on it. The strange fish scale that Mari left behind. There's something about it, but I can't put my finger on what. Is this considered mermaid flesh? The scale? It really is just as beautiful as ever. I shouldn't just take it, so let me put it back on the shelf where it belongs. Hey, Supreme. A household shrine for the sea god. Almost every home around here has one. Before heading out to sea, everyone always stops to pray here first. Once they come back safe, they pay respects again to give thanks. Okay, I'm here. Okay, well, what does that mean? Already got that. This is the only thing that has no check mark. Everything else has a check mark on it, so what does she want me to do? Okay, I'm here. Okay, now what? Also, this game hasn't had as many suspend moments as the previous game. That's one thing they've cut down on. I kind of like the suspend, though, because it makes it obvious that you need to go do something. We haven't. I guess we haven't really been roadblocked yet. Is there any other place I could go though? Oh, that's it. There was literally nothing for me to do there. Why was that? Why was it like that? Okay, so I think stories that end where they get yellowed out means that there's a choice to be had and I can go back and change the status. Like here, it's like, I can change who has the Tomate Bako, and here I can change Tsukiko's status. It doesn't mean there's more to do here necessarily.